All right, since we've learned about Henri Matisse and his fishbowl drawing, we are going to do our painting part today. Obviously, write your name and your teacher's name first on the back. On the front, and this paper is about the same size as your messy mat, and I'll show you kind of how to adjust your messy mat. We're going to make a rectangle shape in the corner of your paper. When you're holding your ruler, hold it flat on the table with your hand kind of wide. That way you can adjust it like this. You want to have your rectangle shape as straight as possible. So a vertical line and a horizontal line to kind of make a rectangle in the corner. And then you're going to take your ruler and just make a diagonal line from the corner of that rectangle to the corner of the paper. Try to make those touch. Then we're going to start using some paint. And you can decide which primary color you want for your wall. You have two walls and a floor. I'm going to start with yellow. You're going to get the primary colors and black and white. And you'll also get these little flat brushes. Please just dip the tip of your brush in the paint and then smoothly pull the paint. You notice how I have the messy mat kind of underneath the corner of my paper. So I'm going to start with yellow and I'm pulling the paint back and forth because I want to kind of smooth it out. Now at some point you might decide you want to add either black or white. And I'm gonna hopefully let you guys just dip your brush right into the black or the white. As long as your brush doesn't have too much paint on it, it should be fine. So now at this point you can see my brush doesn't have a lot of paint on it. I kind of wiped it off and I'm seeing that there might be a little bit of a different color in there. I'm not gonna worry about that. It's all right. It's when we're painting, things like that happen. Now I'm just gonna dip my brush in the white and I'm gonna paint right over what I've already done with my yellow. That's creating a tint. So I'm mixing it on my paper and I'm just dipping my paintbrush in the paint, and it still leaves these streaks. I'm gonna get a little bit more yellow. I wanna try to create a nice even line where this wall touches. So to do that, I just pull slowly along that edge. These flat brushes are really nice for creating a nice even edge. I'm gonna continue that for the rest of this, and then I'm gonna show you when it's finished. Now I'm going to go back to my white. I'm going to finish that yellow part in. Now once you finish a color, you will have to rinse out your brush with water so you have a clean brush to start your next color. And I'm going to show you how that looks next. Okay, my brush is clean. I'm going to start with my next color, which will be red. I'm going to dip my brush in the red, and again, just smooth your painting out. Try to adjust your messy mat so that it's underneath so you're not getting paint on the table. And you're going to get to decide whether you want to use black or if you want to use white. Black will create a tint, which will make your color darker, the hue darker. I'm going to use a little bit of black now. You don't need a lot of black. Whoa, that was a lot of black. So you really want to be very cautious when you use the black because it does overpower quite easily the color. So now I'm just going to kind of mix in more red into that black that I added. It does kind of look like a nice contrast between my yellow. I kind of like how it's turning into a nice dark red color. And then just to finish up your next color, I'm not going to worry too much about the paintbrush strokes. I really want to try to see some of those paintbrush strokes because it's a painting, so don't worry too much about that. All right, I'm going to show you when it's finished. You will have your painting completely filled in. If I want to add a little bit of white to some of those, I can too. Again, remember, I'm just dipping the tip of my brush. I don't want to scoop it, and I absolutely don't want to mix it in those cups because some other people at the table might not want those mixed in. But I'm kind of paying attention to what my painting's kind of looking like. Make sure you're just going slowly. I'm going a little bit fast. I don't want you to go this fast. Kind of looking at some of those brush strokes. I think those are kind of pretty looking. And then I think that looks interesting. I'm gonna kind of leave it like that. And then you'll rinse out your brush and you'll get the blue. This one's gonna be kind of what it looks like when it's finished. And we'll add patterns and designs next time. This one I think I did different colors, but you can still see the paintbrush strokes and it looks really good.